Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Joe Zone on sports. This is the Newswatch 16 update.
Good evening. There is new hope for the homeless tonight.
There's a new state plan tonight to not only help the homeless get through the winter, but to help them get back on their feet and live on their own. Today, Governor Thornburg signed a new law that will spend $5.5 million to aid the homeless and poor in Pennsylvania. The plan is to get the estimated 30,000 homeless in our state back into the mainstream. Buildings will be fixed up for low-rent, long-term housing for the poor, and what's called bridge housing will be available for people such as battered wives, drug abusers, and the unemployed to prevent them from becoming homeless. Nolan?
In Washington tonight, members of Congress are rushing to wrap things up so they can get home for the holidays. They failed to agree on a bill to cut deficits by $74 billion over the next 3 years. It's dead for now. Another measure doomed tonight, a new tax to pay for cleaning up toxic waste sites. The House voted to take away the tax from the Superfund bill, and that was unacceptable to the Senate. Senator Edward Kennedy has decided that he will not run for president in 1988. In a paid political announcement on Boston television tonight, Kennedy said he wants to keep his job in the Senate because it's the best way for Senator Kennedy, as he was saying tonight, to work for things such as peace on earth and a better economy. Political experts say Kennedy's decision opens a lot of doors for other Democratic presidential candidates, including New York Governor Mario Cuomo, who spoke with Mr. Kennedy tonight.
He said that he wanted me to know personally that he wasn't running, and I made him repeat it because I wasn't expecting to hear him say he wasn't running. I told him I regretted the decision.
But Cuomo says he is pleased that Kennedy will run for re-election to the Senate. And coming up, the new poll that says Americans are smoking less and enjoying life more.
Plus, we'll shop for some Christmas toys that could teach your kids a lesson. All as Newswatch 16 update continues.
Some people have already discovered the Atlantic difference. They make more money at Atlantic Financial. Here's one way.
From the WNEP family, happy holidays.
When it's this cold outside, keeping warm is indeed inside expensive. And that's why many people turn to coal and wood-burning stoves or to kerosene heaters to help heat their homes. The trouble is that often that means more house fires. But as Night Beat reporter Joe Ducey found tonight, many of those fires can be prevented by using a little common sense.
Wood burning seems to be growing in popularity now that the winter season is here. The same holds true for kerosene and coal burning. But as the popularity increases, so do the problems of house fires.
There has been a very high incidence of accidental fires and, unfortunately, a fire death because of the auxiliary heaters.
It doesn't have to be that way. This was the main message at a workshop dealing with house fires caused by heating systems. The workshop drew a big crowd at Luzerne County Community College. Officials say basically the heating systems, like kerosene heaters, are safe.
When the accidents are investigated, invariably you find that there's been a breakdown somewhere in either how the consumer was using the heater or how he was handling his fuel.
Smith says the biggest cause of kerosene fires is putting gas in the heaters. He suggests using a blue can for kerosene to keep them straight. Another problem is loading the kerosene while the heater is on. Also, he suggests keeping materials away from the heater. The best advice for coal or wood burning safety is to have the systems installed by a professional. and then keeping the heat at safe levels.
The stove has a limit at which you can safely operate it, and you should not exceed that. Okay. If you do exceed it, like the speed limit, you're taking your life in your hands.
Most people know that using kerosene, wood, or coal for heating can be cheaper than other types of fuels, but they still have questions about safety. Well, officials here say that if you use common sense and follow directions, these can be just as safe as they are cost efficient. Joe Ducey, Newswatch 16 in Nanticoke.
It's the first time that a woman has ever been kept alive by an artificial heart. In Minneapolis tonight, 40-year-old Mary Lund is in critical but stable condition after getting a smaller version of the Jarvik 7 artificial heart used in male heart implant patients. It is a temporary heart only until a human donor can be found for the Minnesota woman. A new study out tonight says switching from cigarettes to pipes or cigars doesn't make much difference when it comes to lung cancer. The University of Minnesota study says ex-cigarette smokers tend to smoke pipes and cigars more and inhale more smoke. The Surgeon General also put his annual report on cigarette smoking out today. He says smoking is much more hazardous than working in a coal mine, in a textile mill, or with materials such as asbestos. The Surgeon General's yearly warnings are apparently having some effect. A new ABC poll says 30% of Americans now smoke, and that's down from 42% at the time of the Surgeon General's first warning back in 1965.
The government is recalling a certain type of jogging suit for children because the suits could be a fire hazard. About 6,200 of the Le Top brand jogging suits are being recalled. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says they don't meet the government standards for flammability. The children's suits were imported from Hong Kong and sold here in our country between July of 1984 and March of 1985. Well, if you want a Christmas gift that will teach your child a lesson, there are plenty of educational toys on the market this holiday season. Since Newswatch 16's Bob Costantini is the newest parent on our team, we sent him shopping today to see which teaching toys are tops with the kids.
Give the antonym of facetious. Is it empty, unfaceted, shocking, solemn, or unfastened? Well, the answer is solemn. Since facetious means lightly joking, especially in an inappropriate time, solemn means serious, grave, deeply earnest. Well, that's just one of the vocabulary question cards of a new game, popular game, called College Pursuit, a game that claims it can boost SAT scores. Bob Curry of the Record and Card Mart in Wilkes-Barre says it's a good gift for high school students, since SAT test scores are used by colleges for admission standards. Looking to help the mind of someone not quite in high school? This year's hot item is Questron, a book with problems. Press the magic pen to the right answer, and it makes a nice sound. But touch the wrong answer.
Perfect educational toy because the child can learn on his own or on her own at whatever pace they can succeed at.
Those too young to read can still learn from Casey. He's a cassette-playing robot whose mouth moves as he tells stories designed to promote learning. Educational toys are fine if they're on someone's Christmas list. But here at Hess's near Wilkes-Barre, there are many more of what you might call action, adventure, imagination toys. We went to the source to find out which is most popular this Christmas time.
Well, it seems to me they're asking for more action-adventure type toys. As far as there's not too many children asking for books or asking for things like that, although there are some, but it seems like not as many as in years past.
Bob Costantini, Newswatch 16, Wilkes-Barre Township.
Oh, I wish I was a kid again with all those toys in the market.
Oh, my goodness.
Wouldn't it be fun? Another new daddy. Meteorologist Tom Clark's planning to have some fun on Christmas morning, but right now he's going to tell us about some snow headed our way.
Cold, snow, boy, we're getting it all this week.
We're getting hit, Karen. Seems every other day. My daughter Kristen has a lot of toys under the trees.
I bet.
Already. When we come back, I'll have a temperature report you may find hard to believe.
Be Levy Shoes Buy of the Year. Men's Alpine Hikers, $14.90. Nationally advertised at $46, now $14.90. Save $31. Leather padded collar, leather cushion insole, steel shank, genuine Norwegian welt construction, heavy-duty speed lacing, suede leather upper. You can stuff his hikers in his Christmas stocking this year. You've come a long way, and so have we.
Be a believer at B. Levy Shoe Store.
Come to a B. Levy Shoe Store near you.
Skycam, the Newswatch 16 chopper. Skycam, ready, willing, and able to get you the news. Skycam, the model, now available at local participating IGAs.
Pick up your Skycam models while supplies last. Proceeds will benefit the Children's Hospital Center at Geisinger.
We're all keeping our fingers crossed that the cars will start when we get out there tonight. Boy, the cold, Tom.
The car may talk back a little bit tonight, Karen. You give it a start. It is just as cold tonight as it was last night temperature-wise, but it does not feel as bad because the wind is just about calm at this hour, and that is allowing temperatures to plummet across the area once again. And in some of the colder areas, it is now below zero. And I'll show you one of those readings after I show you tonight's holiday house for the Christmas season. And this one is up in Nanacoke along East Washington Street. And it's where Mike and Gail Shipkowski live. And they've done a tremendous job on their place this year. In my backyard now, the reading is 9 above zero without much wind chill. In Shavertown, my weather watcher reports 9 degrees at the moment. The weather watcher in Music Lake, that's up there in the elevations of the Poconos, 7 above. And in Lopez now, folks, that is an accurate reading, 15 below zero now up in Lopez. I was a bit suspicious. I called another weather watcher up there of ours, and he reports 9 below zero. So that is definitely the icebox across northeastern Pennsylvania tonight. The humidity 56%, the wind southwest at 4, and the barometer is rising from 30.38 inches of mercury. 19 was all it got to today, despite the sunshine. 7 below this morning. Look at the normals now for this time of year. 35 and 22. It was 1 below on this date back in 1919. Look at some snow cover across the U.S. tonight, and it's quite extensive, covering almost half of the nation. The only part of Pennsylvania where it's kind of bare now on the ground is over the southeastern counties, and some impressive amounts. On Buffalo's, at the airport now, it's about 18 inches of snow on the ground. 23 in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. They've had quite a bit of lake effect up there the past 4 and 5 days. West Yellowstone, Montana, 27 inches of snow on the ground tonight. Here's the latest satellite view. Notice the clear moonlit skies over Pennsylvania tonight. The wind very light, allowing a good bit of radiational cooling, getting those temperatures down into the single numbers and below zero. But this Canadian air mass will be heading out to sea tomorrow. This is not much of a storm, but it's heading our way. It's one of those Alberta clippers. It's coming down pretty fast. Snowing now in Indiana, Kentucky, and Illinois. It's been responsible for a couple inches of snow out there today. This storm will track by just south of the state tomorrow night and Saturday, but it will come close enough to give us a shot of some snow. Not a whole lot, but it looks like it'll be coming in here late tomorrow, and it could linger into early Saturday, but most of the weekend should be okay weather-wise. And just to warm you up a little bit, the highest temperature in the nation today, 86 degrees in Montebello, California. That's in the suburbs of L.A. Here's your sunrise for tomorrow morning, and that will be at 7:24. And the sun sets at 4:36 these days. It'll stay clear overnight tonight. The moon will be setting before too long. 5 here in Avoca, below zero in the outlying areas. Now, a little bit of sun to start tomorrow, and then it will cloud over. The snow will begin in the afternoon. It'll continue into tomorrow night, maybe 2 to 3 inches by Saturday morning. Just some flurries in the afternoon. Sunday looks kind of cloudy, but temperatures well below normal. So a little snow on the way, nothing to worry about.
Not too much. Okay, Tom.
Still ahead, things we'll never find in our stockings. We'll check out the Christmas list of the filthy rich.
And it's Who Night in sports. Joe Zone will tell us who won in the NBA and NHL, and we'll find out who came out on top in high school wrestling. Sports Watch next.
Different. Some stores don't seem to expect Christmas returns. One store is different. Hills. We're prepared with our exceptional exchange system. It's organized. There's a special area, special tables, and extra staff. The after-Christmas exchange system. It's fast, it's easy, and it's at Hills.
We're a different kind of department store. You ought to be shopping Hills. Check us out.
Visiting the Heritage Shop is like visiting a Christmas village, because the Heritage Shop has so many items that capture the Christmas spirit. Like these Christmas ornaments, each a festive delight made to last for years to come. Nativity sets and Precious Moments porcelains by UNESCO. Quality artwork in a traditional setting. Distinguished Baldwin brass. And not even Scrooge could resist these charming Dakin stuffed animals. Greeting cards from Hallmark, of course. Catch the Christmas spirit. The Heritage Shop.
WNEP family, happy holidays. Skycam models are now available.
I don't know what Joe's going to do. There's no high school basketball to report tonight.
There is some.
Oh, some. Okay.
We could look at some more Steve Carlin's vacation pictures during the commercial breaks if we wanted to do that. Our floor director's having showing us a good time, folks. The off nights for high school-based basketball are the heavy nights for high school wrestling. Tonight, an exhibition double dual meet at GAR, and Tim Carlson was there.
This is first session action in the 4-team meet. In the 185-pound class, Scranton Prep's Pat Kelly on top with a quick pin of GAR's Mark Stelma with 4:17 left in the third period. Helped Prep win the match over GAR 55-10. On the other mat, the heavyweights. Mark Wisniewski of Bishop O'Hara against Myers Bill Edwards in the dark blue. And it went to a fast finish. Just 15 seconds left in the first period. Edwards gets the pin on Wisniewski. And Myers wins the match 40-19 over Bishop O'Hara.
So the winners in the first half of this double dual meet here at GAR High School, Scranton Prep and Myers. With us, Coach Paul Abbasi of Scranton Prep. Coach, what's the big advantage of having a double dual meet this time of the year?
Well, we can get our meets in quicker all at one time. It's also an advantage because our wrestlers get a chance to wrestle 2 matches in one night.
Now in the second session, 98-pound class. This is Myers' Steve Price in the dark blue, wrestling Prep's Mike Turco. Turco held off Price for most of 2 periods, but with 47 seconds left in the second, Price gets the pin. Myers up 19-0 over Prep. In the 105-pound bout, Myers will get another pin. Kevin Murray took care of Prep's Neil Regan with 48 seconds left in the third. Myers wins the match 54-6 over Prep to finish 2-0 in the meet. Prep finished at 1-1. Bishop O'Hara finished 1-1 also, winning their match with GAR. O'Hara's Tom Cognac in the light blue pinned Brian Macy of GAR and helped the Bruins win 55-3. GAR, the host team, finished 0-2. Tim Carlson, Sports Watch 16, Wilkes-Barre.
All right, high school wrestling scoreboard with the winners on top. Bishop O'Hara, Scranton Prep, Myers, and Muncie, Benton, Montgomery, Loyalsock, Columbia, Montour, Votech, Williamsport, Shikellamy, Bald Eagle area. There's a cancellation. Bald Eagle, Nittany, Montoursville, Jersey Shore, Mount Carmel, Central Columbia, North Schuylkill. This is wrestling now. Mifflinburg, Danville, Liberty, Pine Grove, Palmerton, Blue Mountain, Notre Dame, and Salisbury tie. Northwestern, Southern Lehigh, Nazareth, Stroudsburg, Big, Northern Lehigh, Allentown, Allen, Freedom, Bethlehem, Liberty, Northampton, Easton, Northeast Bradford, Juniata, Millersburg, Newport, Line Mountain, high school wrestling. Now, let's go to the NBA. I want you to see Manute Bol, 7 feet, what, 6, 7, 200 pounds. There is another block right there. He's the tall, thin one. And he's really in trouble here, but watch this. Another block. That's 3 blocks in a row. This one he grabs and takes, and then Manute Bol, the rookie. There's the slam inside. Washington, Chicago, no final yet. Let's go to the NBA scoreboard and see what it looks like. Cleveland over New York by 4. Dallas beat Atlanta, and no final yet in that other game. So I've got a couple of high school basketball games tonight, including the finals of the Lackawanna Trail Tournament. They'll be coming at you again on the roll. Winners on top. Lackawanna Trail Tournament. Mountain View, Susquehanna. And in the Northern Tier, a game tomorrow, just to let you know. Tri-Valley League, Kishkakillis. Exhibition basketball, Forest City, Hamburg, Danville, St. Clair, West Scranton on the scoreboard tonight. Okay. Today, a very emotional day for a lot of people who watched and followed baseball in the early 60s. Roger Maris, buried, as you know, he died this past weekend of cancer. Mickey Mantle, Whitey Ford, Whitey Herzog, part of the pallbearers today who were there to pay tribute to Roger Maris, who broke Babe Ruth's record with 61 homers back in 1961. Okay, let's go to the National Hockey League scoreboard. We've got a couple of finals for you. Philadelphia beat New Jersey 6-3. Boston over Hartford 2-1. Quebec over Montreal 4-3 in overtime. Pittsburgh, Minnesota 3-3, and that is right now a tie. Fishing game forecast for tomorrow. Another good reason for not falling through the ice. Your body temperature escapes 30% faster in water than in air.
Oh.
Interesting.
Okay,
Thank you, Joe.
stay away there.
Still ahead, looking for a gift for the person who has everything?
If your wallet is willing, we'll have some great ideas when we come back. But first, tonight's lottery numbers. The two winning daily numbers are 013 and 386. And also, the big four number is 9415. We'll be right back.
Finally, it seems every holiday season there's someone on your Christmas list who's really tough to please.
Well, if your wallet can handle it, Sarah Wallace has some super solutions to your gift-giving grief.
Car dealerships suffered doldrums in December, not Rolls-Royce, and especially not with its just-introduced convertible Corniche 2 for $1986. Price for the latest ragtop for the rich, $164,000.
Standard equipment in this model is cellular car phone, so you can make those last-minute dinner reservations at Lutece, and a miniature bar in the door. So much for drinking and driving.
There are only 14 Corniche 2s available right now in the United States, so you'd better move fast. Looking for that special sparkle? This handcrafted one-of-a-kind onyx and diamond necklace is available at Paul Ray Jewelers for $800,000. And yes, there are interested buyers already.
French aristocrat, a duke, Arab prince from the Far East who would like very much to give this as a present to his beloved wife, or at least one of his beloved wives.
If you can't afford the heart-shaped diamond necklace, how about a piece of rubber with some diamonds on it? They call this the high-tech punk look. Cost about $100,000.
If you have more cultural taste, how about this rare Van Gogh for $200,000? It's available through the Kristen Richards Gallery in Manhattan.
If you don't like to go out to shop, Neiman Marcus has quite a mail-order selection. They send us a sample of their catalog on videotape.
For the sporting, there are polo ponies. Prices start at $17,500. To spice up that holiday party, march to a different drummer. You can hire a New Orleans jazz band for a 3-hour performance. Price $6,000. For the couple in love, his and hers matching natural yellow diamonds. The pair, $2 million.
$2 million?
Oh, I want those. Yeah,
I'll take that high-tech punk thing, right?
Yeah, without the diamonds, just the rubber part for me. That's Newswatch 16 update for tonight.
For the team, thank you for joining us.
Good night.